Hey guys, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be reviewing the Acrylic Marker set. It's a 32-piece set by Arrtx, and this is my first Arrtx purchase as well. And I will be going over the markers and my thoughts on them, as well as doing a little draw with me, paint with me session. And so here I'm just showing you the marker and how it's looking. You can see there's a nib on one side, and on the other end there's a bullet nib. These are my first set of markers, or acrylic markers per se, that have a brush tip end. So I found that pretty interesting to use. And as you can see, this set comes with 2 trays. So the top set is more on the warmer end, and the bottom is more on the cooler end. I think it has a pretty good range of colors. And if I'm not mistaken, there's a bigger set, I think, that has double the amount of colors. They come with a card, and I decided to doodle on it a Cookie Monster. And I like the way it lays out on that card. It's kind of like a postcard. I also, off the side, did a swatch on my mixed media Strathmore, and I just wanted to kind of zoom in and show you guys what it looks like on the mixed media paper. And I also wanted to show you what it looked like on marker pad paper, which is also by Strathmore. For the most part, they both kind of look the same. There were a couple of markers that were streaky. Like, there's some of the greens, if you can see, especially that bright green where my thumb is, and one of like the yellows up there, kind of the brown yellow, is kind of streaky as well, and you'll see more of that in the painting I do later on. Yeah, but every time I like layered on top of it, it just kind of came off streaky. Now I know you can see like 2 drawings there, but I only had enough space in my phone and on my laptop to get this one drawing here. This was just a sketch I did from a picture that was on Pinterest. And yeah, again, I'm doing this on the Strathmore marker pad paper. And I thought that would be like the best paper to use given the nature of the marker. It is going on really nice and smoothly and evenly. And one thing I wanted to note about this set is that although there's 32 pieces in the set, and as you can see here, I'm doing more of a portrait drawing, it doesn't quite, to me anyways, doesn't quite favor like skin tones and whatnot. So it'd be kind of difficult to do like portraits, like people here and there, like the colors that you would typically use for skin tone is not there per se. So I think that stretched me a bit artistically to like try and find colors that would still work on a person, like on a drawing for a portrait or a person. So yeah, so that's what I'm just going in here and doing. Like I said, the markers came on pretty smoothly. These retailed do retail for about $29 if I'm not mistaken on Amazon. I was able to get them for $23. There was a deal going on, a limited time deal, and I was able to get it for $23. So if you're ever interested in purchasing these, I guess kind of wait and be on the lookout if there's any deals going on so you can get it for a bit cheaper. But $29 isn't bad either, and I think that's like the standard price for this marker set. And like I said, they have a bigger set of these markers, like double the amount, I believe, like for 60. There's a 64 set. I'm not sure how much it is though. I might put it up on the screen. If I don't, I was being lazy. So yeah, I'm just going in and painting her in, and I'm just showing here, I'm doing the lips, but I wanted to note that you can put color on top of these. Like you can see the blues that I did for her earrings. I do go in later on with like a darker blue, and it sits on top of the first layer of blue, and there's no blending. So if you like that kind of effect in your drawings and in what you do for your art, I recommend these. I think these are great. I don't know what's considered beginner and what's considered professional. I think these are just a great tool to use and have fun with, and that's what I'm doing in this drawing. I think the brush nibs, as a first-time user of these, I think that it's fun, and you can go in and get in the small crevices and make these small sharp turns and curves with the brush nib. That would probably be a little bit more difficult if there was like a thicker bullet nib or whatnot. And I do like the fact that it has a bullet nib on the other end. Like, it helps with the different variations of what you plan to, or how you plan to lay out the color on your piece. So this color, I don't understand why it kept coming off streaky. Maybe it's the set, it's like this particular color in this particular set that I purchased, or what, along with like some of the greens that I have in this set. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, some of it kind of came off transparent, so it's not a deal breaker for me, but it is something I would like to note out. These aren't like the first paint markers that I've gotten. These are the first brush nib wise, but not the first I've gotten. I've had Posca pens before. I dashed those over to my brother and haven't seen them since. I've also had Arrtx, like these fine tip Arrtx marker pens that I was pretty much influenced by. I don't know if you've heard of her, but I enjoy her videos. Angela Pan. She makes some beautiful artwork with these marker pens that she has, and pretty much influenced me to go ahead and purchase the Arrtx ones as well. And although I do love them, they were quite tedious to you have to constantly shake the nib, or the pen, excuse me, and pump the nib, and they do kind of come off if you leave them alone for a while, as if it's dried. You could still shake the paint inside the pen, but for it to come out of the pen, it's like that tip has dried out. So if y'all guys have any tips on how to undry it, basically unclog it, let me know. Because that's the same occurrence I had with the Ohuhu acrylic marker pens that I also have. And those I've had for just a couple of months at this point. Not even, maybe a month, a little over a month. But the Arrtx ones I've had for 2-3 years now. And yeah, both of them, some of them have already clogged up on me, and it's hard to get color out of it. Maybe because I tried coloring on top of it with mixed media paper versus marker paper. And I don't know if some of the paper, the texture of it picked up in the nib, and the paint dried and stuck to some of the paper that peeled, and it's just stuck. I'm not sure what it is, but if y'all guys have any tips, definitely leave a comment down below. I'm also putting some highlights in her hair and some other areas, and I like how the Sakura pen that I have here kind of just sits right on top. I have a lot of different mediums, and usually majority is watercolor, and when I use the Sakura tips, although you can see the highlight, sometimes the highlight blends into the color that I'm putting it on top of. And so I'm just zooming in and showing you how the pen, the white highlight, is sitting on top of it versus blending into it. So if you guys like that kind of color block effect, I think this would be the pen for you, or these kind of marker sets for you. I do like that effect, but I like doing a lot of different things. I'm not set on one thing. That drawing I'll probably do on my own time, but I wanted to show you this one, and I also wanted to show you another one here that I did the night before. And like I said, that green is also it just came off so streaky, but it's not a deal breaker to me. So I thoroughly enjoyed using these markers, and I think you guys would too if you're interested in purchasing them. So yeah, let me know your thoughts down below, if it's something you might want to purchase, and if there's anything else you guys want to see from me. I will catch you in the next video. Bye.